Hey fellas, it's 265 Chevy here on April 27th, Friday. Well, just want to talk a little bit about what's been going on. And the back end of the Firebird is pretty much done. I would say 98.5%. One thing I got left is put on the bumpers. I gotta modify these though. Let's see. They actually don't fit, so I'm gonna have to, make the holes a little bigger. But they are the right bumpers. I'll paint them black with rubber. I got some rubber double color plastic paint, black, so I'll paint them with that and then put them on. But got the rotors done. The rotors are all done. I'll show you all a little bit. Got the let me get this light over here. I don't want to get y'all blinded by the light here. Got the brakes all done. Whatever was really rusty, I sandblasted and repainted. So both sides of the brakes are done. Let's see if I'll put the light behind me, if I can lay down here and show you what the finished product looks like. And y'all gotta remember, fellas, this is all done with spray cans and Duplicolor. And I don't know if y'all can see that. It's all done. Let's see if I can point the light a little better here. Let's see if I can get some light on the subject. See if that helps out. But it's all painted, it's all put together. Let's see if I can zoom in a little bit. Got the lines all, brake lines and stuff all done. Let's see if I get a little closer. Let me zoom back out. Got the brake lines all done. All I did with these right here is just sorry fellas, I haven't coughed pretty much all day, and I get on the video and I start coughing. Backing plates, painted this with gloss black, silver. Just got to give a little accent. Came out good. Good enough. Nice and clean. The only thing I replaced up in here is the I put new wheel cylinders, new strut links, brake lines, new shocks, new tank, new sending unit, new fuel filter, and pretty much that's about it. Everything else was pretty good, to be honest with you. But painted everything and cleaned it, all that good stuff. So let's see if I can roll out of here. Oh, I need to get a lift. And then did this side. New links. Do that side. I painted all underneath there. As y'all can see that. All that's been painted. So that's pretty much done. Like I said, what I did with these is drew them in a bucket of Vapor Rust. took all the rust off, cleaned them, lightly, just lightly went over them and put a Duplicolor caliber paint on them. So they look good. Did them inside and out. Still taped up. So that's about it. What I'm doing for the rest of the day is just kind of finished picking up all the tools, kind of cleaning up the garage, putting everything back in its place, getting ready for the next scenario. Oh, here's another thing I did. I was bored one night, and my wife actually came and helped me with this. Let's see if I can. I'm gonna put it down for a second. Excuse me, I'll be right back, fellas. I'm sorry about that, fellas. Put all the interior back together. So all the interior's back together. Me and my wife, I came down here, and then my wife came down here. She goes, "What are you doing?" I said, "I'm just cleaning the inside." And decided to put all the interior back together. The only thing I don't have is the center console back in, because I got to put in the 5-speed. But car's in really good shape, I mean, the interior looks really good. So the interior's all back together. And the reason why I did that is I just don't, I'm tired of just having parts laying around and stuff. So the best thing to do is just put it all back together. I mean, some of it's going to have to be taken apart again, but all the bolts are in this place, and if I take it apart, I can, bag the bolts and everything, and go from there. So that's all done. So that's good. So the next part is the middle. So with the middle is going to be the process of sealing up the T5. Sealing that up. It's already been rebuilt. Putting it in the car. New clutch, which I already have. New throwout bearing, which I already have. Put on new U-joints. I have 2 drive shafts. But what I decided to do, I got this one drive shaft off of a Camaro. It's a solid drive shaft. If you see, the original drive shaft came with a bushing in the middle, and that came off of a 95 Firebird, and mine was bad. But I think what I'm going to do is I'm just going to go ahead and put the one that I know that worked back in, and just for the, upgrade. If I want to upgrade it, I'll upgrade it later. But, I just need to keep on moving forward so this car can be able to be moved out the garage. So later on, if I decide to keep the car, of course I'll drive it for a while, but if I decide to keep it, then, I'll start upgrading it. I'll run the car for a while, whatever. If I decide to keep it somewhere down the road, maybe long, or maybe never know when, maybe throw a V8 in it. And one thing I did notice on this rear end, when I was really looking through it, I saw that some of the gears had some pitting in the gear. So eventually this rear end is going to fail. It'll do what I need it to do right now. So that'll be fine for me. I probably can get another 10, 15, maybe 20,000 miles out of it. It is a little loose. If I remember right, I had over 100,000 miles on that rear end. Really, I should have rebuilt it while I was out, but I didn't really want to put the money or whatever. Well, if I do keep the car, what I'll do is I'll get a rear end out of a Trans Am or something like that that has rear disc brakes on it. And, you know, I'll throw some highway gears in it, you know, some better gears, and rebuild it and go that route and just throw it right back in the car. Do everything, the car still could be rolling, redo the rear end and just take that rear end out and put the other rear end in. Whenever it breaks. So that's somewhere down the, you know, down the way. Because I want to start jumping on this, you know, after, you know, throw a little few hours here and there after this car can be moved out or whatever, and so I have the space to do the house projects that I'll be working up in here on, and any other project that these cars won't be just sitting here. That's the whole mojo for this car. It's not really to put it back together pristine. It's just to get it back together so it can be moved. You know, and somewhat drivable, you know, stuff like that. So that's the goals that I'm working towards. And then later on, if I want to upgrade, you know, change things, I'll work that in a little later. But so it's the middle. I don't think the middle is going to be too much. What I got to do though, I got to look through all my boxes and up in the attic and find all the parts. I found this. Let me get this over here. So this is one of the parts that I need to redo, and find all the parts for the middle section, and so working on them, cleaning them up, and put that together. Also, I'm kind of thinking I'm not going to paint the T5. It's aluminum. Or the bell housing. This bell housing right here. Or the bell housing. Here's the clutch and clutch plate and all that, brand new. So I don't think I'm gonna repaint. I don't think I'm gonna paint it. I think I'm just gonna throw it in as is. It's all cleaned up and stuff. It's been sandblasted, but it's all cleaned up. I did that a while back. So you know, here's the transmission mount. Looks like it's good. Here's the seal. You know, so you know, parts are starting to come off the shelf, which is good. And what I'll do with the front, you know, y'all know this car was wrecked, so I mean, I do have another front cap for it. I'll probably sand it down and probably just prime it and throw the cap back together, and then cap the front of it. It'll be all of it be primed, and when I get a chance to paint the whole thing, then I'll paint it. But you know, if I need to use the car, or that's my third car, or whatever, I'll be able to drive it and use it or whatever. And we'll worry about that when it comes, because I've still got a lot of work to do in the house. That's why I'm doing all this, because you know, I have to work on apartments, got to redo a bathroom, got probably about 3 or 4 rooms that need to be painted, stuff like that. So got all that to do also. So, but that's really about what's going on. I'm really I'm satisfied with it. I mean, the bird is starting to flap its wings a little bit. You know, I paid all the bill off, so I'm caught up. So now I'm trying to save up a little money for the middle part. You know what I'll do? I'll just I'll go buy what I need and then just pay it off in time. So like I said, I I think the rear part cost me over $1,000, just, you know, in paint and parts and the tank and sending unit and all that stuff. I don't think the middle is going to cost me, since I already bought. I don't know if I still have the receipt for all the stuff that I bought before, which I probably do somewhere, but you know, I really don't know how much that stuff costs. So I really don't know what the middle's going to cost. So I'll just throw whatever I spend now, and then I'll ask Cal. He's a friend of mine that runs a auto parts place. He's got a '69 Cutlass, I think, and see how much all that stuff ran. I think it ran like 300 and something like that. So I still got to put gear oil in it, and still got to adjust the parking brake, and that's about it. So like I said, it's like 98.5% done. You know, I'm really excited for Tom. You know, I see he's about to paint his Camaro. You know, there's a lot of guys out there doing a lot of good work, and I'm trying to watch as much as I can, but trying to be out here as much as I can too. But like I said, today's April 27th, tomorrow's Saturday, and y'all have a good day. I hope y'all enjoyed the video. I appreciate all of y'all still sticking with me and subscribing to me. I hope y'all enjoyed the build. I'm sorry that I don't show you as I'm doing it. I really don't have time for that. I could just show you and tell you what I do and how I do it. And if you have any questions, I'll be happy to, you know, give you my phone number and tell you in detail. I hate typing. You send me a message or whatever, or I'll try to answer through YouTube. You know, I wanted to tell Pawpaw Bob, that 57 is looking good, buddy. I know it was a lot of work, but man, you're gonna be satisfied when you put it all back together. It's all worth it, that's for sure. Same thing I did with here. I just completely cleaned underneath, and it's definitely worth it. You're not getting all dirty and funky while you're working on your stuff. So it's a little bit more work now, but if you're gonna keep the car, it's a lot less work later on. So oh, and one more thing before I let y'all go. I know some of you guys are interested. I did go to the doctor today, and my pressure went from 18 to 15. So it actually went down 3. I talked to the doctor. It's holding. My pressure in my left eye did go up a little bit, but she's not really too concerned about that. Apparently I got thick corneas. Like I told her, it's probably because I got a thick skull, you know, a hard head. So she said normally it takes about 3 months to really see where this is going to go. So initially it was 14, then it went up to 18, then it came back down to 15. So that's good. So in 2 months I'm going to have to go back and see where it is again. And hopefully it's still right around anywhere between 14 and 19 or 14 and 20. And then the surgery might look like it's holding. So I appreciate all y'all, you know, y'all concerns and well wishes and everything else like that. So I was pretty happy about that today. And of course I watched the draft last night, and I'll probably do, you know, grabbed a few beers and watch the draft, and I'll probably watch a little bit of the draft tonight. So I don't want to keep y'all too long. Probably getting around 4:30, 5 o'clock, and no, it's probably getting around 5. Getting hungry, and see what more I can do out here, and then go upstairs and get, you know, maybe dig through some of the boxes, see if I can find some of these parts. You know, thank God I got the Bible up there, the manual. Show you where the parts go, because I was having problems with the brakes, but I got it all done, you know. So it's all clean and painted. It's all practically brand new, truthfully. So you guys have a good weekend. Y'all take it easy, and y'all keep on posting those videos. Y'all keep on giving me that power hour, you know. It makes me come out here because I see what y'all do. Makes me want to come out here and continue doing it too. So, y'all have a good one. Later.